Hello Internet, I'm Jackie Fox, and today I'm going to be explaining to you a tabletop RPG version of War of the Visions that I created today. This is fully featured. It has 9 choosable nations, each with their own special bonus that can be worked towards. Each of them will have 2 distinctive heroes. So I could only find another player to test this with, and they decided to play Rundle. I'm playing Horn, and because this is more of a multiplayer game about diplomacy and shifting allegiances, then this is a much more interesting game with more players. But it has an alternate game mode when you only have a few players, and what we're going to do here is we're going to take our turns collaboratively, planning together, and we are going to trigger the Realmscourge and then defeat it. So, Caveman has rolled to go first. I'm making sure that he's aware of all the rules and all the things that he can do. Since we are playing collaboratively, he's not going to be sniping me from the homeland, which is, I guess, good for Horn. But what he is going to be doing is keeping his units at home. For each of his units and his army, that's going to reduce 1 from the turn count for his nation's big ability, which is a big fuck-off cannon that he can get in 8 turns. Since he has 2 heroes and his army parked there at the end of this turn, and that is kind of what they're doing for their turn, he can advance that 3 turns, bringing him down to 5. In addition to that, since none of the heroes are allied, even the ones that are on teams with each other, he's going to ally his Jaden and Raldor. My first move is going to be to invade the Crystal Sanctum. Keenblade is Horn's ability, and we can trigger it a lot faster than Rundle's big fuck-off cannon. So what I'm going to do is plunder the Crystal Sanctum for a Ring of Visions, while leaving Valade and the army at home to build up towards Keenblades. This reduces my turn count by 2. The total turn count that I needed was 5, so I have 3 left going into Caveman's second turn. Also, I'm going to ally Mashari and Valade. So we need only make 1 more alliance to unite all of Ardra, or at least all of the players, and that will summon the Realmscourge. So that is something that we're not going to do for this turn. Instead, on this turn, Caveman is going to do largely what he did last turn, continue to build the big fuck-off cannon. This is going to bring it down to 2 turns, and that's essentially going to move the turn over to me. If we were to ally now, it would trigger the Realmscourge, and we do need another turn of setup each. So, on my turn, I am going to take another turn off of the 3-turn counter to get the ring from the Crystal Sanctum. In addition, I am going to take 2 turns off of my national Keenblades, and that is going to be my turn as well. Now, I know this isn't super exciting, especially visually. That's because there's only 2 players and we are working collaboratively. Otherwise, Rundle would very well be sniping me from across the border every step of the way, and Raldor would be punching my face off. So, with that turnover, Rundle is going to get their turn. With Rundle getting their turn, they only need, I think it's 2 more in order to achieve their national prowess and their big fuck-off cannon. So, what they're going to do here is do that, and then we're going to see Jaden move into the Crystal Sanctum to help support Queen Mashari. That is going to give me a final turn, and in that final turn, I am going to first get the ring with Mashari. This is going to allow me to summon a Vision army. I'm also going to put the army of Horn in there with me, along with Jaden. So we now have a Vision army, the Horn army, Mashari, and Jaden all chilling at the Crystal Sanctum. And I am going to use that additional activation with Valade staying at home in order to give me Keen Blades. Keen Blades is going to give my heroes an additional action per turn, 2 defense, and an additional 5 base damage. And then after all of that is done, I am going to ally Mashari and Jaden, which is definitely going to make old Mont jealous. And that is going to trigger the Realmscourge. So rolling between 1 to 9, I am going to get a 3. And moving from the upper left corner, counting down 3, we're going to get to Ovis. And that is where the Realmscourge is going to land. First things first, I'm going to vitalize with Valade. While that doesn't give him an additional action until next turn, it is going to give Mashari an additional action this turn, which is going to be important for DPS later on. It's also going to increase everyone's defense and give additional actions to all of my allies, which at this point is everyone in the game. It's also going to boost their damage as well, so this is a really good buff for powering all of us up versus the Realmscourge, and really Valade MVP in this fight in a lot of ways, even though, well, he still gets some damage in. Now, I do still have 1 movement for my turn, and none of my units have attacked yet. That is going to allow me to attack with Mashari. And this version of the Realmscourge has no defense. So Mashari is going to do a lot of damage with her now Keen Bladed out 2 abilities. Because Mashari is balanced to be a character who has 1 action per turn, but it's incredibly impactful. Also, I forgot that she has the ability to cancel skills. Her and Jaden could have potentially absolutely shut the Realmscourge down as a combo. This was a primo way to go into this. Like, we nailed the strategy on this unintentionally and didn't even realize it. I also used Valade to get some ranged damage in there, but I forgot about him because he's a ranged unit and I didn't have to move him to do damage. But Mashari does get in pretty good damage, doing nearly 100 damage to the Realmscourge. Now, with 500 HP, we still have a bit of a way to go. And for you folks looking to play the game, we're definitely giving it some defense, so it'll be a bit tougher. So the Realmscourge decides its way of doing most damage is to use its AoE skill and move to the adjacent space of the Crystal Sanctum. So the Realmscourge is attacking the Crystal Sanctum with its big fuck-off AoE move, World Ender, which is going to hit everyone in the territory for 50 damage. Now, neither the Vision Army nor the Horn Army has any defense whatsoever. So even 2 of these landing is enough to wipe out the Vision Army. This also, because of the Realmscourge's Bloodlust, will give it an additional 25 HP. Jaden is going to cancel out one of those with the Jamming Thrust, which is going to deal about 40 damage. Yes, I believe 40 damage to the Realmscourge. Also, forgot to mention this, but Valade did a thing. He has a Vitalize, which increases defense. It gives additional actions to all allies, and this is, since we all are, or were... Ooh. Technically that doesn't work. I need to adjust the rules for that, because it's meant to work this way. Maybe I could make an addendum to say that ally effects work across the board, if they say so, but that people aren't strictly allied in that they can attack each other. Maybe that's just the change. The allyship doesn't change, but your ability to do friendly fire does. Okay, that makes sense to me. the damage that does come in hits Jaden and the Horn Army quite hard. The Horn Army is now at half health, and Jaden has lost nearly 100 himself, having basically no defense. And that will conclude the Realmscourge's 3 actions for its turn, and it will end the turn in the Crystal Sanctum. So this is gonna pass the turn to Caveman, and Caveman can now attack with Jaden. But we had a little bit of a talk about this, and we decided that it would probably be best not to give the Realmscourge any HP if we can, and therefore it would be best to move Jaden to an adjacent square. Therefore, something that is otherwise unoccupied. That way, the Realmscourge will be forced to take single target attacks on its next turn. And now it is alone in the Crystal Sanctum, except for the Horn Army, which is awkwardly kind of under its tentacles, I guess. I think I might have forgotten it was there. Okay, so Jaden is going to attack it several times, dealing quite a bit of damage. Remember, he's been vitalized by Valade, so he's not only dealing additional damage, but he has a total of 3 actions per turn. He's able to shoot across the border from Hindler, putting 3 shots dead on with the Realmscourge, dealing around 150 damage. The Rundle Army can also attack 3 times from where they are in Rundle, shooting again across the border for, I think, like 90 damage-ish, somewhere in there, at which point the Realmscourge is on the ropes. And that means that there is only one thing left to do, but I will switch over to the crappy audio for this so you can hear us celebrate a much deserved victory. Actually, they do. So you could attack with the army from range and move Raldor in. Okay. Let's see what your army can do. Your army gets to attack 3 times, 30 damage. Wow. That may have just killed the Realmscourge. You may have just sniped him. Nope. 31 HP left. Get him, Raldor. Get him, Raldor. Punch him out. Punch him out. Just... Actually, hold up. You could have had him shifting strike into the Crystal Sanctum and still had a move left. Yeah, but anyways, any one of your punches is going to kill him at this point. So congratulations, we have defeated the Realmscourge. Come join us on the Discord so you can play in the next game. This is a lot more fun with friends, and I'd love to see you there. So see you in the next one.